the most of your Walt Disney World vacation.
The top 6 reasons to check out the World of Disney store. Hi, I'm Herb Leibacher, and welcome to episode number 94 of the World of Walt podcast. Make the most of your Walt Disney World vacation for the week of October 16th, 2016. This is the podcast for Walt Disney World fans, whether you're planning your next trip or just enjoy reliving a little bit of Disney magic. Today, the podcast is sponsored by Ear to Their Travel. If you're planning a trip to any Disney destination, give Phil at Ear to Their Travel a call. Phil is a former Disney cast member, so he really knows how Disney works. He can help you plan all the details of your next vacation at no extra cost to you, while making sure you get the best deal on your trip. You can reach Phil at eartotheirtravel.com. Whether you're looking for a perfect gift or just want to spend some time immersed in Disney fun without paying for park admission, there is one huge location that you should check out. It is the must-see shop at Disney Springs. Yes, we're talking about the World of Disney store, and today we're going to discuss the top 6 reasons to check out the World of Disney store. To help me explore this topic, I'd like to welcome someone who's been known to seek out the spit of a certain blue alien, Russ Reeves. Russ, welcome back.
Herb, it's always a pleasure to talk Disney with you.
And I should probably explain, or maybe I'll ask you to explain the spit of a blue alien, because if people haven't been to the World of Disney, they might think I'm just being crazy.
Yeah, so on a really hot day, if you need just a little splash of something wet to cool you off, if you stand outside the entrance on the opposite end from the Bippity Boppity Boutique, Stitch is poised high above the door there, ready to expectorate in your general direction and cool you off a little bit with a splash from his mouth.
And even if you don't want to get cooled off, it's fun to sit there or stand there and watch other people get cooled off, especially those who aren't expecting it.
I was getting ready to say, especially those who don't know what to expect. And stand back a little ways. You can tell where the wet stuff is on the ground. Just stand clear of that and just watch the fun unroll in front of your eyes. Yeah.
That's the bonus item for the World of Disney store right there, I think. We haven't even gotten into the list. Okay, so before we get into the list, the warm-up question today. Now, this is going to be a speculative question because what we're going to talk about will be open by the time the podcast airs, but it's not open now. So without further ado, what's the one thing you hope to see in the Muppets Present Great Moments in American History, which is a new Muppet show scheduled to open at the Magic Kingdom in Liberty Square?
Well, I really hope that we're going to see a lot of Sam the Eagle. Because when I first heard this name of this attraction unveiled a while back, I thought this just sounds like it's really set up just right for Sam the Eagle to be sort of the dominant character in it. And, of course, if Sam the Eagle is there, then we know we can expect it to be a tribute to all nations, but mostly America.
Just as they say in Muppet Vision 3D, yes.
That's right.
I agree. I love Sam Eagle. He's always the guy who's very serious and trying to do things properly, and then Muppets do what Muppets do, and things go crazy. So I would definitely vote for that. I was thinking it would be great to see a replay of the final scene from Muppet Vision 3D with Miss Piggy as the Statue of Liberty, and things kind of go crazy. But I'm not sure how you do that out of a window overlooking Liberty Square. So I'm expecting to see something on the Declaration of Independence, but I hope we get to see something on Paul Revere's ride, because it just seems like they could maybe do something fun.
That would be great.
Yeah, across the windows. So I haven't seen the show yet. I hope to soon after it comes out, but that's something I think would be fun to see.
Well, if we do see any of that, then folks, you heard it here first on World of Walt, and the maybe the first successful prediction of the future that we've made.
I think the Sam Eagle is pretty solid. The Miss Piggy probably not, but yeah, we'll see. Predictions are easy to make when you don't have to make them come true.
I started to go sensationalist with it and say, after everything with the TV show, that maybe I was hoping to see a reconciliation between Kermit and Miss Piggy. But I don't know. Maybe that's a little too tabloid. But I like Sam the Eagle because the name Sam the Eagle has a rich history with Disney, going back to before Disney's ownership of Muppet properties, and Sam the Eagle was the narrator of the America Sings attraction in Disneyland, and it was a different Sam the Eagle. And then a third Sam the Eagle was the mascot of the 1984 Los Angeles Olympics, who was designed by Disney animators. So I just love the name Sam the Eagle because of the long history it has with Disney Entertainment.
Wow, I think I learned 3 new things right there. That's pretty cool. That's great.
Well, then that does it for this episode of World of Walt.
Thanks for tuning in. The top 3 things you didn't know about Sam the Eagle.
I've quit while I'm ahead.
No, the show must go on. We need to get to
Oh, that's right.
the top 6 reasons to check out the World of Disney store. And Russ, we're over to you for number 1.
Well, besides being spit on by Stitch as you walk in the door, my next favorite reason to go to the World of Disney store is that it's where you can get a Starbucks coffee. On the outside of the store, in between the 2 main entrances, there is a Starbucks window that you can walk up to and order your favorite coffee or tea beverage there. And so it's always a place that we stop because usually by the time that we have walked all the way down from the west side where we got Starbucks down there, we've now emptied our Starbucks and need another one. So it's somewhere that we always go. And a little tip that I picked up along the way, and I hope this is still true, someone told me that any beverage that you get at Starbucks counts as a snack credit on the dining plan. And we've tried that with some high-dollar beverages, and it has always worked. We get the biggest Frappuccino with extra shots or whatever, and all the extras in it, and we've always been able to use our snack credits on it. So that's a little tip for people who are planning their trips and their snack credit usage.
Wow, very interesting. So you should probably just get a venti cup with as many shots as will fill into it, and then you could probably make out with a couple $100, I would think.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, I think that we got a beverage one time that if we were buying it without snack credits, it would have been somewhere around $12 or $13, and we just used a snack credit. So
wow,
it's great.
That is a good tip. Yeah, it's interesting. People didn't really get in an uproar about the Starbucks on the outside of the World of Disney store like they did with some of those in the parks. But it's all said and done. Starbucks has taken over. And I think generally the people have spoken and they're pretty happy about it. The other thing that's interesting is there is a Joffrey's coffee kiosk almost directly across from the Starbucks, which I guess is just a commentary about our coffee society these days.
Yeah, and it's a confusing thing because Joffrey's has the moniker that it is the official coffee of Disney Parks and Resorts. And I've got to say, I'm a fan of Joffrey's coffee. In fact, if I have my choice to have a Joffrey's or a Starbucks, I'm probably going to have the Joffrey's. And I was one of those purists who didn't want Starbucks coming into the parks. But, it's worked out well. It didn't really take away from any theming or anything. In some ways, maybe it enhanced some of those areas. And so I think it's worked out pretty well.
Yeah, I think so too. And the fact that, at least on the Main Street USA location, there is typically a pretty substantial line says that people have voted with their dollars and they like it.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. It's not going anywhere anytime soon.
Right.
So the good news is that the line at the World of Disney, Starbucks is never really that long. So you can usually get through there pretty quickly.
Yeah. Good number 1, Starbucks on the outside. So number 2 is over to me. One of the things that I like about the World of Disney store is that they have just about everything. So if you need to make a whirlwind shopping trip right before you head out the door, this is a great place to go. So clothing, plush merchandise organized into different sections. So there's a men's section and a women's section and a houseware section and a princess section. If you're looking for it and it has something to do with Disney, you can probably find it at the World of Disney store. The other thing is that if you can't find it, I found that the folks who work back in the customer service section are very good about being able to track things down. And I know that's not as big a deal anymore with the Disney shopping app, but they really have some very knowledgeable people who work there. And if you're looking for a one spot to shop where you can find something for just about everyone on your Disney shopping list, this is a great place to go.
Absolutely. Usually, when I see something in a store, I'm thinking, I don't know if I want to buy that or not buy that. I don't know, so I walk away from it. And there are times that I'm kind of kicking myself, I should have bought that thing when I saw it. But more often than not, I know that I can find it at the World of Disney later on in my trip.
Yeah, that's true. I think there are some items that are very specific to a particular attraction that you might not be able to find there, but you can probably find something that's similar or something that you'll still like at World of Disney.
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, that was number 2. Number 3, Russ, back to you.
Well, I'm going to piggyback on yours, and I'm going to say that part of that everything that they sell is a really impressive selection of books and music. These are some of my favorite things to buy as souvenirs. I have enough little things to sit around, and my kids have kind of outgrown the toys and all that, but we find that a good coffee table book is something that we can enjoy over and over again. A CD of Disney music is something we can enjoy all year long, and so that's an area of the store that I usually spend a lot of time in, looking through the selection there, and you'll find a great selection of music that you just, maybe you can't download it straight from iTunes or find it, just anywhere you go look. It's unique to World of Disney, or unique at least to Walt Disney World. And the books range from, just beautiful photos of the parks to stories about Imagineers and stories about how the parks were built, how they came to be, and the history there. So I always enjoy just browsing and quite often end up making a purchase there in the books and music selection.
That's a good one. I would tag on to that videos as well. So there was a time I was looking for a particular Disney movie, and the person was able to look up in their systems, no, it's not out right now. It went back into the vault in this year. Usually they come out about every 7 years, so you're out of luck for the next 4. But it kind of goes back to the wide selection and the very knowledgeable people they have at the store.
Yes, absolutely. Okay,
number 3 was books and music. Good one. Number 4, back to me. So one thing that I think Disney does well in all of its stores, but it's on display in a grand scale at the World of Disney, is adding lots of details. And in the World of Disney store, a lot of what you see at eye level is, of course, going to be merchandise. It's a store. But if you look up, there are all kinds of fun details throughout the store. So in the new checkout line that's on the east side of the store, if I've got my directions right, every hour it sort of comes to life with plates from Beauty and the Beast, and sort of the plates spin around and the clocks go off, and it's sort of fun. And there's another section of the store that has a huge video screen, which is normally promoting something sort of recent Disney-wise. In one of the back sections that's relatively new, there are these beautiful murals painted into the ceiling, which have different scenes of characters flying. So there's so much to check out and enjoy in that store just by looking around and picking out the details.
Right. That painting that you're talking about with the flying characters, that is one of my favorite pieces of Disney art on property. I can get lost in the detail of that painting, and little things like that are all over the store. I know on our first trip many years ago with our kids, there was a statue in the back of the store of Tick-Tock, the crocodile from Peter Pan. And, we just just to be fun and silly, we took a picture of our son in front of Tick-Tock. And then on the next trip, we took a picture of our son and our daughter in front of Tick-Tock. And and that became for us like a tradition and a growth chart. You could kind of see how they were growing based on how tall they were in relation to TikTok back there in the back of the store.
Yeah.
Sadly, the last couple of times I've been, I haven't seen TikTok. So my kids are not allowed to grow anymore because we can't take pictures.
Well, let us know how that works.
I've informed them that this is the rule, but so far they've not been willing to comply with the rule. So they've continued to grow in spite of it.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's always not a museum, right? Always changing, and we get some new things and we lose some old ones.
That's right. Yeah. So and one of those details will just kind of segue into my next item on the list. One of those details that I see a lot of in the World of Disney store are hidden Mickeys. In fact, I just took a glance down at my hidden Mickey app on my iPhone, and inside of World of Disney, there are 19 hidden Mickeys listed.
Wow!
Here on this app. Yeah, and I don't know the statistics, but maybe per square foot, that might be the highest concentration of hidden Mickeys on property. So they're everywhere. They're hidden in the artwork. They're embossed into the furnishings. They're in the carpet. And they're a lot of fun just to go through the store and you're browsing around a little bit, but you're also checking out in each room looking for those hidden Mickeys. That's a lot of fun and a good diversion, a good. Something to do on a non-park day or just a day you want to spend a little time relaxing and taking it easy. Go check out the hidden Mickeys there at World of Disney.
Wow, very interesting. I didn't realize there were so many.
Yeah, and I know my favorite one is kind of hidden in one of the maps on the wall. It's kind of the background of one of the signs going into one of the rooms. There's like a continent on the map that is shaped like a profile Mickey. So that's one that I always look for when I go in because I really just love how subtle it is. One of the clues, I'll just pull out a random clue here. And, of course, I also know there's been a lot of changes to the store, so I'm not sure if all these are still able to be found. But this one says, find a classic Mickey emblem on the Chinese theater in a mural in the high-ceilinged central room. Okay, so you could spend a lot of time there just staring up at that mural trying to find that hidden Mickey.
Yeah, very interesting. Wow, I'm going to have to check that out. Okay, number 5 was hidden Mickeys, so number 6 is over to me. So as with real estate, I think one of the things about the World of Disney store is its location. It is in a prime spot in Disney Springs. These days, it's not too far from the Lime Garage, so it's very big garage where if you are fortunate, you'll find a parking spot. Usually you can. And it's also very close to a lot of other things which are fun to visit, not the least of which is the free chocolate giveaway at Ghirardelli. So I think
I knew that would make it into this list somewhere. I knew you would sneak in the free chocolate.
2 of the most beautiful words put together in the English language, free and chocolate. Yes. Yeah, I couldn't resist. So yeah, it's just in a great spot, close to the Lego store, near to a lot of things, not too far from the Pin Traders, not too far from the Days of Christmas store. So near a lot of fun things to check out. And yeah, I just think it's in a great spot. And maybe too great sometimes. It sort of gets a little congested with traffic, but there are ways around that.
It does get out.
Yeah. So I just think it's in a really prime spot, sort of, even though it's on one end of Disney Springs. In my mind, it's almost the heart of Disney Springs. I don't know if I can really say that or not, but it's in a great location.
Yeah. I would consider it to be sort of the heart of it. It's if Disney Springs has a hub, that's certainly a good candidate for being the hub.
Yeah.
The World of Disney store, because everything either leads toward it or away from it. It seems like in my mind, just when I think about it.
Yeah. Yep. And I think that for folks, if you come in or are leaving on your vacation and you've got an extra half day, you want to not pay for a park ticket, going to check out Disney Springs is a great option. And if you're going to be at Disney Springs, absolutely, I think checking out the World of Disney store is a great way to spend some time.
if you don't do anything but just walk around and take notice of those details and the hidden Mickeys and, the things that we've mentioned here, it's absolutely worth it to do at least once on your trip.
Agree. All right, fun list. Top 6 reasons to check out the World of Disney store. Number 1, the Starbucks on the outside. Number 2, they have just about everything. Number 3, a nice books and music selection. Number 4, look up for fun details. Number 5, check out the 19 hidden Mickeys. And number 6, enjoy the location right in the middle of all that Disney Springs has to offer. So, Russ, as always, fun list.
Yes. And we've managed to work in a reference to free chocolate, so now I'm hungry. Need to go satisfy my sweet tooth.
Now I'm hungry too. Yeah, and we also got you got the tip in there about how to squeeze it to the man when it comes to getting the most from your Disney snack credits.
I'm always looking for a bargain.
Okay, Russ, thanks as always.
All right, thanks, Herb.
We head out today to the music of Disney Springs, and while we have made it through the list of the top 6 reasons to check out the World of Disney store, our conversation doesn't have to be over. I'd like to hear what you think. You can add to the conversation by visiting the show notes page at worldofwalt.com/94, a page that works well on desktops, tablets, and smartphones. I'd like to thank everyone who's been in touch with me, and I'd like to invite you to follow me on social media, facebook.com/worldofwalt, and pinterest.com/worldofwalt. If you enjoyed today's podcast, I would appreciate it if you would spread the word. Tell your friends and your family about it. To wrap up for today, a heartfelt thank you to you for spending some of your time with me. I'd also like to thank everyone who visits the worldofwalt.com site, where you can read interesting Disney articles and chat with other folks who enjoy Disney in the forums and in the comment sections. By listening here and by visiting the site, you allow me to share the fun of Disney with you, and that is very cool. Thank you so much for being a part of it. So until next time, my friend, may God bless you.
So there's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow shining at the end of every day. There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, just a dream away.